It's safe to say San Diego already owns LA in terms of soccer. We're gonna call it, remember, we call it soccer on the MLS post-match reactions. Unfortunately, shout out the United States of America. SDFC owns LA. It was easy, it was quick, not much struggle with it. We went to LA, we took their virginities, they came to our castle, and we swatted them away. We were like bop 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 bop, like a bunch of annoying little fleas and ticks that they are. LA has nothing against us, man. We, in our first season, SDFC, on our first match ever, on opening day, beat the MLS Cup champions, which is LA Galaxy. Then those cocky little bastards, LAFC, come to the Snapdragon. They fight our fans and everything, and they take a 3-2 L. And then 2 months later, their little bros, LA Galaxy, or their big bros, whatever, they come again to the Snapdragon. And what happens? Bop, 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 bop. Bop, 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 bop. Toptorio. This is what I'll do to Elia Toptorio. Bop, 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 bop. If you know, you know. SDFC owns LA, guys, and it was a great win. San Diego FC beat LA Galaxy 2-1 on Saturday. It was great, man. It was great. It was a close game. I'll give LA Galaxy the respect for how bad and how trash they've been this entire season. This entire season, for as bad as they've been, they put up a good fight in this game against the best team in California, the best team in SoCal, the owners of LA, their own city. But in the end, Daddy, you guys, it's as they always say, Daddy always comes out on top. Daddy always comes out on top. There's no stopping Daddy. Once Daddy's in the mood, Daddy's in the mood. And San Diego FC is Daddy to LA Galaxy, LAFC, LA women's team, Lakers, Dodgers, whatever. San Diego FC owns LA. It was a good game. Like I said, LA Galaxy put up, a pitiful fight. Like, honestly, we low-key kept it easy on them. We showed a little pity to LA Galaxy. And in the end, Chucky Lozano, with literally probably like one of the last kicks of the game, getting the header to make the game 2-1, winner, 3 points. And I think we're second or third in the league title. We're going to look at it. We're going to break the game down more in depth. This is just me puffing out my chest right now. This is just me puffing out my chest. You guys, I feel good. I did a Murph today. That was hard. I am sore. That was a hard thing. I feel good. Anyway, let's get into the game. Yeah. 2-1. The first half was the first half, LA Galaxy, definitely because of the fact that we beat them, they were playing a much more careful game. They were barely taking any risks. I thought Mayo Yoshida was playing great for the LA Galaxy back there. And they made it difficult in the first half. They did make it difficult. Now, it got to the point where they're slowing our game down. We're kind of passing side to side, figuring out ways to try and break down the LA Galaxy defense. It took us about 20 minutes, and then for like 15 minutes, San Diego, we were cutting these LA guys open. Like they couldn't touch us. There was 2 or 3 opportunities we could have scored. De La Torre, huge chance. Godoy, huge chance. We just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net, which is okay, but shows you this team needs to get better at finishing. This team needs to become more clinical. It is what it is. And yeah, LA Galaxy hit first. LA Galaxy gave us a little jab, guys. LA Galaxy went, dodge and weave, and they jabbed. They jabbed us. Good goal from Fagundes, I think it was, assisted by Marco Reus, by the way, guys. Yes, I was supporting SDFC, but I did not mind if Marco Reus scored or assisted, you guys. Marco Reus is my boy, Bundesliga legend. I love that guy, one of my favorite players of all time. So it was actually, I was kind of starstruck watching the guy play. So that was cool. Shout out to all the Germany fans, all the Germans and Dortmund fans that were at the stadium. I saw people repping the Germany jerseys, repping the Dortmund jerseys, Royce on the back. So shout out to them. Shout out to Royce. Should have came to SDFC, man. Royce, if you change your mind, bro, come 2 hours down south to a much better city. And obviously, as we're seeing now, a much better soccer team, football team. Come down, Royce. Enjoy life with us. We need a proper number 10. We need someone of your caliber. Come down, Marco Royce. But they strike first. Marco Royce assists Fagundes. Willie kind of caught in no man's land. Willie did not have the strongest game. We'll look at the starting 11 and everything right now. But Willie didn't have the strongest game, and he got caught out. And actually, before I forget, let's just pull it up. Willie got caught out, and Fagundes gets the goal in the 40th minute. But guys, what happens if you've ever been in a fighting gym, if you've ever done any kind of boxing, Muay Thai, whatever, when someone jabs you, you jab back. You jab back. You want to get your get back. What happens 1 minute later? Sverskov feeds in De La Torre. First time finish with his weaker right foot through the legs of the LA Galaxy goalkeeper. And all of a sudden it's 1-1. Momentum is back on our side. And we go into second half. We go into halftime with momentum back into our side. LA Galaxy feeling a little bit of pressure. But we come on in the second half, and I'm going to be honest, I wasn't too happy with the second half. I felt we were too passive. We weren't taking as many risks. LA Galaxy was on the ropes, and we were passive. We were struggling to break them down. I wasn't impressed with Maitin. He had to do more for us. I wanted maybe Chucky and Dreyer to get involved with the game more. They just weren't doing it for us in the second half. If I were to sum up the second half, it was LA Galaxy defending. LA Galaxy had no moments to attack in the second half. They really created nothing besides they had 2 chances all game. Fagundes' chance, and then they had like another chance. The Hainsel guy or whatever his name was had a chance as well. But outside the two chances, LA Galaxy didn't have much. And in that second half, they were just defending. LA Galaxy clearly was defending for the draw. All they wanted was the draw. And they almost got it. And to sum up San Diego FC's half, it was honestly just trying. And I know it's difficult at times to break down a low block, but they just kept on trying. And really, the second half was just all about corners. And our corner kicks were not good this game. Our front post tactic where Dreyer feeds it into the front post, and a McVeigh, a McNair, a Sverskov dinks it dinks it in with a header to the back post to someone open. That wasn't coming off for us. We weren't really putting in great crosses on those corner kicks. And I was kind of losing a little hope. I was ready to accept a draw, which would have been kind of lame, because with the 3 home games we had in a row, to only have 1 win and then to face 2 teams in Kansas City and LA Galaxy at the bottom of the table and come away with 2 draws would have been very disappointing. But you create your own luck. And in the end, I forget, let's go to the lineups. I forget who it was. And here we go. I lost. Here we go. Sorry, I lost control of my screen. But I forget who it was, but we created our own luck. It was Garces. Yeah, this guy, Garces, the center back next to Yoshida all game. He was having a great game. But you create your own luck. We put on pressure on LA Galaxy, and he makes a howler. I mean, this clearance, I don't know what he was doing. It's as if we hacked his brain in the moment and put him on Team San Diego FC, because this guy lost all ability in a millisecond. Horrible clearance. He, instead of clearing it forward, he somehow cleared it behind him. Garces, I don't know what's going on there, Garces, but I'm glad he does not play for our team. And you guys, I knew when that happened, when Dreyer was in behind the back line, attentive to the ball, shout out for Dreyer to anticipating that and not giving up on the play. I just felt like we were going to score, dude, because we were 2v2, Dreyer and Chucky versus, I think it was Yoshida and Garces, and maybe I think another LA Galaxy defender got back. I think it was the right back right here, Yamane, who also, their right back was very, very good. He defended very well against Chucky for the majority of the game in the 1v1 scenarios. But Dreyer gets the ball, composed, puts it on his left foot, curling, perfect, beautiful ball to Mr. Chucky Lozano. And Chucky Lozano, composed, just like I'd want to see from our franchise player, the face of this team, puts in a nice header into the bottom right corner, 2-1, and that's all she wrote. Game, set, match, 3 points, San Diego FC. That was a great moment, man. The stadium went crazy. I like how Footmom puts the attendance. Yeah, 30,000 30,000 people attended. Very good for MLS game. I think the average is like 21,000. So yeah, people came out, and this was a game at 1:30. I guarantee you, if this was like a 7:30 game, it was on Saturday. If this was a 7:30 game, more people come out, but it was at 1:30. Still 30K people showed up. 30K people showed up. So that's pretty impressive. So yeah, shout out to the club for putting on good events for us fans. But yeah, it was a good game. 2-1. We had to fight for it. We had to sweat for it a little bit. I was trolling LA Galaxy at the beginning of this video, but they made us work for it, man. They made us work. They defended very well, and this is why I don't take ratings apps like this seriously, because Yamane, Yoshida, Nelson, the left back, these three in the back line, even Garces, they all had a really good game. They were disciplined. They were winning almost all of their duels. We just took advantage of the few mistakes they made. And, this is the highest level, man. This is professional football, soccer, whatever. You're going to get punished for stupid mistakes. And that second goal that we scored, horrible mistake from Garces. And yeah, looking at the San Diego FC team, again, I was happy with our midfield, although in the second half, I wanted them to take more risks. I wanted them to push, take the initiative more, take shots from outside the box. That's something these guys don't do. Luca de la Torre has already scored a goal from outside the box. I forget which. I think it was the away game against Real Salt Lake or whatever, or was it against Colorado? He scored a goal from outside the box. These boys need to take more shots outside the box, because when we're trying to break a low block down, and this is going to be the reality for all of San Diego FC's games, the way we play, possession-based, high press, we're going to play a lot of low blocks, and you cannot just pass side to side, get it out to the wing, 1v1, get a crossing. You need to show the other team different looks. Show them that you're willing to do something else to get a goal. And I want De La Torre, Sverskov, and Godoy take some shots, man. These guys were not taking any shots, and have not been taking any shots from outside the box. When they are afforded the space to do so, they keep looking for the pretty pass, and I get it. But sometimes, man, you need to give this LA Galaxy defense and midfield something else to think about, because if they think we're never going to shoot, they could all stand by, crowd the box, and wait to defend. If we show them that we're willing to take shots outside the box, people have to come out from the low block and pressure. They have to come out and try to get blocks in, which will open up spaces for us. So in the next games, we're playing Austin FC this Saturday. Who are we playing? I think we're playing the Sounders tomorrow away. When we're playing that low block, I want to see these guys rip shots. Even the center backs, McVeigh, McNair, take them, bro. Take a shot. Don't be afraid. Even our wingers, when they're outside the box, they need to take more shots. There's a lot of moments where these guys can take. They have a free shot open at the 18, at the top of the 18, and they don't take it. So I want to see these are the kind of risks I want them to take. These are the kind of different looks I want them to give to opponents. But yeah, everyone on the team, had good performances. I think the guy I'm the most disappointed in is Maitin. He's just, the last couple games, he's just too easy to predict. Like, when I even watch him as a fan, I know what he's going to do. He's just going to try to take you vertically down the line. He isn't really going to be shifty left to right, play 1-2s off of other players. He's just going to try to take it himself, and when he runs out of space, play it back. He needs to, change up his game a little more, because he has kind of been letting us down on the right side. Our right side has not been as strong the past couple of games when he's starting. So I'd like to see him either get benched to give the, Boateng a chance, or whoever. Maybe give Valakari a chance back at striker and push Dreyer out to the right. But I feel like we need a little more from Maitin. And then Willie had a difficult game. He didn't play bad, but especially that goal for LA Galaxy, the way he was just kind of done by one body fate by Painsil. Painsil, this guy right here, wasn't good enough, and it just opened the whole entire field up for Fagundes, and he had like all the time in the world to pick that shot out and get the goal. So, outside the moment, he was all right. Willie also did come off with an injury, so I haven't seen an update, but he had trouble walking off the field. I think it was his left knee or right knee, I'm forgetting, but he was having trouble walking off the field. So hopefully it's not horrible. If he's injured, rest him and everything. It's fine. We have Verhoeven. We have Löffelsend. We have capable right backs to replace him. And yeah, McNair, McVay, they were good, and obviously Chucky and Dreyer getting the clutch moment at the end of the game. Yeah, and to just a little factoid, if you're living under a bus, living under a rock, Dreyer has gone a Denmark call up, Chucky has gone a Mexico call up, De La Torre has gone a United States call up, McNair call up to Northern Ireland, and Godoy call up to Dominican Republic. Is that where he's from? Panama. Sorry, bro. I'm so stupid. Panama. So we have 5 players going on international break in the next in like 2 weeks. I think they leave. So we're gonna miss those guys. Let's see how we play without some of those key players for two. I think they're gonna be missing for 2 games total. That's just the negative of MLS. If you have good players, they get stripped away for international break. That's just how it is. But whatever, you got to adjust. We have, that will be a good test for the strength and depth of our squad. How do we adjust with big players like that missing? I'm kind of worried about it. I'm not gonna lie, because dude, Dreyer really carries us. Chucky really carries us in terms of attacking output. Can Valakari, Ilioski, Boateng, and these guys deputize? Can Alvarado or Valakari, even in midfield, deputize? We're going to see. We're going to see in a couple games, but good win, 2-1. And yeah, I just want to bring it up. The fights that happened in the stadium, I don't know who is starting these fights, but I know in the LAFC game, I wasn't there for that game. I was out of the country, but my friends were at the game, and they have literally recordings of all the fights that were going on. And I actually thought this game was going peacefully, but once we won the game, all of a sudden you're seeing people brawl in the stands. You're seeing LA Galaxy fans throw things. You're seeing big brawls up in the 200 sections. I don't know who's starting these fights. Apparently SDFC fans are starting them. I don't know. We won the game. I don't know why our own fans would want to start fights when we won. But the club needs to figure out the safety the safety aspect of these games against LA, because I'm seeing videos, and one guy's on Twitter or on social media, an LA Galaxy fan, and I feel bad for this guy and his wife. He has a video clearly showing this big fat SDFC fan. I'm not trying to body shame, but he's just a big fat SDFC fan socking his wife in the face when his wife was already down on the ground, getting stuck in the middle of a brawl. What are you doing, bro? Socking a woman on the ground in her face when she's already down. Like, what are you doing? I don't know. They had a lot of security for this game as well. Like the supporter section, LA Galaxy filled out the away section. They had all the guards separating the LA Galaxy supporter section from the rest of the stadium. Now this is San Diego, so spread around the stadium, there were LA Galaxy fans sitting with SDFC fans. Like even behind me, there were LA Galaxy fans that were sitting behind me, and they were mixed in within the crowd as well. But a lot to contemplate for the club with these safety issues, because it's embarrassing, bro. It's really embarrassing. You shouldn't be letting these brawls happen. And even outside of the club perspective, from fans, man, have some class, bro. I mean, I know it's fun. We shit on LA. We like to troll them. But, bro, like socking women in the face that are already on the ground, like, that's scummy, bro. I mean, that's just scummy. I can't get behind that. That's disgusting. So, yeah, the club came out with some BS statement. They're going to have to up the security for those LA games specifically. Like, we have no other issue with these other games. It's these LA games. So, whenever I believe these were our 2 home games against LAFC and LA Galaxy. I think the next time we play an LA team is when we go to LA and play LAFC. So, I'd like to see our away fans, when they are there, do not get into fights. I will try to go to that game. I'd love to go to with the away supporters to that LAFC game, but no fights, man. Keep it classy, keep it clean. Just do a couple of shit talking, take it on the chest if they're giving it back to you, and we move, bro. No need to be socking women in the face, bro. A lot of kids go to these games. Chill. It's been your boy Hokage Puyo, you guys. We own LA. SDFC rising. Serious. MLS champions? We'll see. Shh. We move in silence. Peace.